Organizing Your Main Points, produced by Professor Franklin Reynolds. Let's start with a reminder about topic selection before we begin organizing. Remember, your topic should be a singular idea. If you're writing multiple words to describe the topic, it's likely a main point. Example: topic, mosquitoes. It's a singular idea, one word. A main point would be how mosquitoes extract blood from you. This wouldn't be a topic, this would be a main point. Example: topic, Christ the Redeemer statue in Brazil. Now there are multiple words here, but it's still a singular idea. A main point might be activities to do when visiting Christ the Redeemer statue. Your informative speech will have 3 main points. Why is 3 a good number of main points for a speech? With only 2 main points, you have a limited variety. Imagine a speech on diabetes with a main point on symptoms and a main point on treatment, but not one for prevention. If you're in the audience and you don't have diabetes, you'd probably want to hear more about prevention than treatment. With 3 main points, you can have variety with a decent amount of time dedicated to each main point. Having 4 main points makes it a bit more challenging to order the points, and each main point needs to be smaller in order to fit the time constraints of the entire speech. Think of your speech main points like a funnel. Main point 1 should be broad. Since the topic is new to listeners, it should be broad in perspective so that all the people with different backgrounds all come together with the same knowledge. Main point 2 can be more focused, as they now have some foundation from main point 1. Main point 3 should offer finality and should sound like a final point has been given to them. Consider the following example. First, I will discuss the evolution of fireworks throughout history. Next, I will give you insights into how fireworks get their colorful shapes. Finally, I will reveal a few recent world records related to fireworks. For the first main point, it was very broad. Thousands of years of historical background were condensed into one main point. For the second point, it was very focused. An in-depth look at the specifics of fireworks and how they work was given. And finally, the third point is final. New and unknown information about recent world records is given to the audience. Think about your high school history classes. Most likely, you took them in the following order. World history came first and covered a few thousand years of history. U.S. history came about from world exploration, thus after world history, and is more focused because as a nation we're only about 200 and some years old. You likely ended learning about government or civics. This all stems from current events and recent changes in U.S. history. These 3 points are not only chronological, but more importantly, they are topical chunks that are clearly related but focus on different things. Take a second and look at what is problematic about this organizational choice you see on the screen. Notice anything odd about the main point structure? Main point 1 seems broad, main point 2 looks reasonable, but main point 3 doesn't seem very final. If I was listening to this speech, I might say to myself, okay, I know what diabetes is, you've listed some things I might be doing that causes it, I have some of these general symptoms, do I have diabetes? And now the speaker is walking off the stage. Topical main point structures often mean sacrificing some ideas or merging multiple ideas into a new point. Let's take that same example we just looked at. We can put what diabetes is as a first main point and include those symptoms from the third point here in main point 1. Then we can look at the causes of diabetes as the second main point. And for the third point, what about prevention? What about treatment? Do we have to choose? Perhaps combine both of them and call them Ways to Battle Diabetes, which has some finality for the entire audience, whether you're diabetic or not. And we can have subpoint A of our speech in our third point be prevention, and subpoint B of the third point be treatment. Follow these guidelines when you create the titles for your main points. Consider the following options for titling Main Point 1. The history or origins of. First, I will take you back in time to explore the discovery of coffee. An in-depth description of. First, I'll provide you with a detailed description of the saltwater crocodile's massive body. What the topic, is. First, I'll explain what polycystic kidney disease is. A crash course in. First, get ready for a crash course in the basic science behind dog breeding. All of these main point titles offer broad perspective and broad language for main point number 1. Let's take a second and look at the language behind main points, in the sense that main is a very important word. When determining your main points, they should be large enough to break down into 2 subpoints underneath them, subpoint A and subpoint B. Let's look at the example on the screen. Main point 1. First, I will explore the incredibly rich history behind the banana. So main point 1 is about history. Subpoint A. Let's look at the first recorded mention and earliest drawings of the banana. Subpoint B. I'll now tell you how bananas were introduced to North America. So in this case, we know that main point 1 is about history, subpoint A will explore their ancient history, and subpoint B will be about their more recent history. After the subpoints, which are A and B on your outline, your sub-subpoints, or 1 and 2, will be put on the outline. This includes details along with sources. So using the main point 1 from earlier, first I will explore the incredibly rich history behind the banana, and subpoint A, let's look at the first recorded mention of bananas throughout history. We now need a 1 and 2 before we put in that B that we explained earlier about them coming to North America. So the 1 and 2 will report to subpoint A. Subpoint 1 would be a source detailing where and when the bananas were recorded throughout history. And 2 could continue the explanation and even mention Buddhist scriptures that mention these historical markings of bananas throughout time. On the full sentence outline, it would read like this. First, I will explore the incredibly rich history behind bananas. Let's look at the first recorded mention of bananas throughout history. The New York Times, June 3, 2020, reveals that ancient Malaysians were the first to eat bananas in 600 BC. Buddhist scriptures mention the fruit in both Malaysian and Indian culture. Everything flows from the main point idea to the subpoint to the corresponding 1 and 2 below it. Consider the following options for titling main point 2. Types. Second, we will examine the 2 different types of shark habitats, the 2 deadliest types of sharks, the 5 categories of hurricanes. How it works. Second, I'll detail the process of using a police taser, how a self-driving car operates, the ripening process of a banana. Applications and uses. Next, I'll explore how garlic can be used as a medicine, different ways stem cells can be utilized. Effects and damages. Second, I'll describe the effect vitamin D has on your skin. Several ways wildfires damage California. Causes and reasons. Next, I'll describe the 2 major causes for pimples, or several reasons tornadoes are so deadly. Consider the following options for titling main point 3. Impact. Finally, I'll examine the impact sharks have on the sea, how shark attacks can be fatal, the devastation caused by hurricanes. Benefits. Third, let's discover the benefit of vitamin D for humans, how self-driving cars will reduce traffic, the nutritional value of bananas. Disadvantages. Third, let's see the drawbacks from drinking coffee. Treatment and prevention. Finally, I'll show the various treatments for poison ivy, how to prevent acid reflux disease, tips and audience advice. Lastly, I'll reveal ways to fend off a possible bear attack, or tips to consider when buying a diamond. And for your consideration, one of my all-time favorite kinds of main point, number 3, is the present or future themed main point. You might say, lastly, I'll discuss the most cutting-edge treatments for acne, or future efforts to use canines in policing. While I might have heard about acne treatments in the past, I likely haven't been researching them like you have, so having a main point with something very new is very good for your audience. And talking about the future efforts to use canines in policing, there's probably no way anyone knows that information unless they've been doing research. And you'll notice the present-future themed language doesn't stand on its own. For the example of the most cutting-edge treatments for acne, you're blending from earlier treatment and prevention, but you're making it more forward-thinking by calling it a present or future-themed language such as cutting-edge treatments for acne. Avoid the following mistakes when titling your main points. Avoid one-word titles. Don't say something like treatments when you can say innovative treatments or home remedies. Avoid asking questions in a title. Don't say, and third, I'll tell you how much is a drone, because the answer will be $199, right? There's one answer there, versus having a main point called the cost of owning a drone, which would now have costs associated with buying it and maintaining it. Don't have a main point called the interesting facts about my topic. Why? Your whole speech should be interesting and your whole speech should be factual, not just one main point. Don't use and in your title. Don't say I'm going to tell you about the prevention and treatment of acne. Describe it in a better way without using the word and to sound like you're talking about two main points. You might say something along the lines of, I'm going to tell you how you're going to manage your acne, or I'll tell you about ways to manage your acne, which might involve both prevention and treatment. Statistics. Never say statistics as a title. Why? Your audience will become very bored. It announces that you're about to embark on a minute and a half of telling us numbers that we will probably never remember. Instead, what are those statistics about? Change the theme of the statistics into what they're about, and you might have a great main point like national coffee sales trends. Now you're looking at the number of people who are drinking coffee as opposed to just random statistics about coffee drinking. Finally, avoid odd-sounding titles. Once a student in my class said they're going to tell me about how they find hurricanes. My first thought was, have we lost any hurricanes and do they need to be found? I think what he was going for was the language of tracking hurricanes, because we track them or we forecast them. Those are words a weather person would use. Use the correct lingo in your speech. Make it sound like your main point titles have been thoroughly vetted through research. Let's take a quick look at these main point title errors and quick and easy fixes. The impact of divorce. This is literally taking a one-word title and throwing it in with the topic of divorce. Instead, we could say the impact divorce has on the family unit, or the impact of divorce on children. The first option looks at the impact on the whole family, versus a second option is the divorce's impact on children, which would be much more specific as a main point. Which do you choose? It depends on which you want for your speech. If you do want to talk about the impact of divorce on the whole family unit, that's great. Use the language, the impact divorce has on the family unit. Don't say, I'm going to tell you about the impact of divorce. The future of Ebola sounds very odd. We might change it to ways scientists are preparing to tackle future Ebola virus outbreaks. This sounds way more professional. How many Americans buy hybrid cars each year? Again, avoid questions. Instead, maybe we frame it as, I'm going to explore the demographics of hybrid car buyers in America. This not only tells us what is being bought by who, but maybe how old they are or where they live. Other interesting questions about these Americans you said were buying cars. After organizing your points, you will have 3 clear sentences. Here are 3 possible main points for a speech on diamonds. First, I will introduce you to the science behind the diamond's formation. Second, we will tour a diamond mine to see how they are extracted from the earth. Finally, I'll leave you with a few simple guidelines for how to ensure you buy a quality diamond. These main points went from basic background information to how they're being processed and mined to tips for the audience, all following the information given to you for how to title main point 1, main point 2, and main point 3. There are many other options for a speech on diamonds. You could have different main point 2s and different 3s. You might even have a different main point 1. But they go from broad to narrow to final. Here's some guidelines for writing your main points. Keep these in mind. Main point titles should be complete sentences. Main point titles should start with first, second, and third to identify their placement in the speech. And main points go from broad to specific in their scope. Remember the funnel. One final note for main point titles. Consider the use of puns in your language. A pun is a play on words. Think of words and verbs related to your topic to capture interest and add topical humor to your speech. First, let's jump in and explore the origins of bungee jumping. Second, we can get out the microscope and take a closer look at why salmonella is so deadly. Next, I'll provide 2 Pacific ways you can ride a surfboard. The joke here being Pacific instead of the word specific. Second, open wide as I explain different methods dentists use to fill a cavity. Finally, let's chew on a few ways ginger can benefit your overall health. Choose your main points wisely. The success of your entire speech hinges on the single task of choosing your main points. Your speech will only cover the 3 main points that you choose in your speech, so again, choose wisely. Good luck organizing your speech.